Welcome to day number 2 of the Tai Chi 5-day challenge. So in this session, we'll do a 15-minute flow geared towards improving balance, and then afterwards, I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do alongside your Tai Chi to really help you significantly improve your balance, prevent falls, and feel stable and confident in life. All right, now if you're standing, we'll begin with the feet together or as close as you can. The hands can come to the lower abdomen, and then you can take a few deep breaths. Breathing in, the belly expands. Breathing out, the belly returns towards the spine, abdominal breathing. Or you can just breathe whichever way feels best for you. But really just taking a moment to arrive in the body. Letting go of the worries from the day, coming into the here and now. And then on the next in-breath, you can hold the breath at the top just for a moment. Feel what it's like to hold on. And then let it out with a big sigh. Feel what it's like to let go. The hands can float down by the sides. As you breathe in, the arms float up. They circle in front as you gather in the energy. Bring it into the heart, send it down through the body and into the earth. Sinking the chi. We'll do that one again. The chi is the life force energy, the source of our power, our strength, and our vitality. One more time, sink the chi. And then step one foot out to the side, either foot. The arms float up in front. Then the arms float down, the knees and hips soften. Breathing in like mist rising from the lake. Breathing out, floating down like a soft rain. We call this one opening the door, the start of the journey, the commencement. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out, or take as many breaths as you need. This time the arms float out to the sides like you're spreading your wings. The arms float down, the palms face up. The hands float up, turning towards the sky, pressing up overhead, and then the arms float out and down, holding up the sky. Breathing in as you rise up. Breathing out, floating down, nice and easy, nice and slow. Don't want to miss a thing. Let's do that once more, holding up the sky, then don't forget to let it go. All right, this time the hands float up to the heart. One hand pushes up, the other pushes down as we connect the sky and the earth. Then we'll switch sides. Nice and easy. You can keep the spine neutral, or you can do a side bend this time if you want, but always easing in, never forcing it. Let's do one more to the other side. Connecting above and below. This time the bottom hand comes up. Then you can push to the corner. The other hand pushes behind. And then coming back to center, we'll go to the other corner. The dragon spreads its wings. It's a gentle rotation. And then if you want, you can turn a little more, pivoting on the feet, letting the back heel come up. And then one more time to the other side. This time the back hand swings around as if it's gliding on the surface of the water. Then the other hand comes around as the dragon swings its tail. Do that again, making little ripples in the water, sending them out into the distance. One more time. Then this time we'll hug the tree and then bring it back to center, rounding out. And then from here, the hands drawn towards the heart. Then we'll just push out to the side as you lean to that same side. And then come back to center and we'll push to the other side as the dragon stretches its tail. This time as you push to the side, you can tap the toe out to the side as well. A little bit of a reach. Testing our balance, side to side. All right, now we'll go forward. So tapping out in front. Other side, tap the toe right out in front, like you're testing out the waters. And then we'll test behind. So tapping the toe behind. Other side. All right, now this time we'll cross diagonally behind. So just as much as you can. One more time to the other side, crossing behind. And then hug the tree, rounding out, and then soften. Breathing in, the arms open. Breathing out, the fingertips drift towards each other and the hands float down. And then this time, as the hands float up, you can lift the toes. And as the hands float down, lifting the heel, coming up. Lift the toes as the hands float up in front. The hips can come back. The hips come forward as you rise up on the ball of the feet. We call this one opening the flow. All right, let's do that one more time. Lifting the toes, then lifting the heels as you rise up. And then this time, the hands come in towards the heart. Shift your weight to one side, and then we'll step to the corner. And as you step to the corner, we'll push the mountain. Breathing in, drawing in. Breathing out and push. All right, one more time. Push and pull. All right, now this time, stay with me. So sit on back and then straighten the front leg, lifting the toes, and then we'll push down towards the foot. And then reverse direction, the hands come up. We'll push the mountain again. We'll do that again, drawing back in, straightening the front leg, lifting the toes. Might feel a little stretch. Creating flexibility in the legs. Let's do that once more. All right, now this time, the hands float back to the heart center as you step the front foot back in. And then shift the weight. We'll go to the other corner as you push the mountain. Once again, nice and easy, nice and slow, nowhere to go. Can you be here now? Feeling all the sensations that you can, bringing mindfulness to your body. All right, now this time you can straighten the front leg, the toes can lift, and then pressing down, and you don't have to go very far. If you feel a lot of tightness, then maybe just go a little. So just go to the point where you just start to feel a stretch, not much. If we overstretch, then the muscles guard. It does the opposite of what we want, which is to release and let go. One more time. Beautiful. All right, and then from here, step the front foot back in, hug the tree, rounding out and soften. The arms open up wide, and this hand here scoops under, and then step in as you catch the moon. Top hand goes behind the back. We'll step out to the corner again. This time the bottom hand tosses the moon right off into the sky. Circle it back around, toss away, as if you could toss the moon. This time the other hand comes back on top, catch the moon. Bottom hand tosses away, the other hand stays behind, parting the wild horse's mane, creating tranquility out of chaos. All right, now this time we'll catch the moon, then we'll spin the moon. So the bottom hand comes up overhead to block out the sun. The other hand pushes through. And then circle it back around. The fair lady works at shuttles. So spin the moon, push on through. All right, one more time. And then step the front foot back in, hug the tree, rounding out and soften. The arms open, and this hand scoops under, step in and catch the moon. Top hand goes away just for now. Step out to the corner. Bottom hand guides the moon back up into the clouds. Circle it back around. Toss away. This time the other hand comes back on top. Catch the moon. Bottom hand tosses the way. The other hand stays behind, parting the horse's mane. Calm within the storm. One more time. Don't worry about getting it perfect. As long as you're moving, I'm happy. All right, this time we'll catch the moon, and then we'll spin the moon so the bottom arm comes up to block out the sun. The other hand pushes through. And then circle it back around. Take your time though, no rush. Spin the moon, block out the sun. Push on through. One more time, the fair lady works at shuttles, weaving at the loom. Then step the front foot back in, hug the tree, rounding out and soften. The arms open up wide, the fingertips drift towards each other, the hands float down. And then drifting over to one side, the hands float up. Drifting over to the other. Nice gentle sway. All right, this time, this hand here scoops down, comes right out in front. The elbow bends, the hand comes to about eye level. Hands float down. We'll do that again on the same side. Just the arms at first. Bringing the hand right out in front. All right, this time if you want, you can lift the leg of the same side as the arm that's coming up. The elbow right over the thigh. Touching down as needed. We'll do that again. This time you can lift up even higher if you want, but just meeting yourself where you're at. You can always go forward from there. All right, one more time. The rooster stands on one leg. All right, this time the hands float over to the other side. The arms float up. And then this hand drifts on down and comes right out in front. The elbow bends. The hands float down. Let's do that again. Same side, just the arms. Practicing patience if you know this one already. How mindful can you be? This time you can lift the leg, touching down as needed, elbow over the thigh. Just letting go of any judgments that you might have. They'll likely arise, just let them go. Instead, bringing a sense of curiosity. Can only lift up that far today. Can change from day to day, that's okay. All right, one more time. The rooster stands on one leg. Beautiful. All right, circle around, hug the tree, rounding out and then soften. The arms open up wide. The hands float down, the backs of the hands face each other. The hands float up the midline. And then the hands just drift on out to the side, letting go. We call this one the fountain. Rising up, connecting with the water element. Feeling soft but powerful. The ability to wear away mountains over time. One more time, the fountain. Just letting go. And then step one foot in. And then the arms float out to the sides like you're spreading your wings, like a beautiful bird. And then you can keep your toe down, or this time you can lift it if you want. The crane. Then the arms can float up and over just as much as you can. And then stepping down, we'll do that on the other side. Just the arms at first. Spreading your wings like you're soaring through the sky. Just taking in the view. Then if you want, you can lift the leg. And then finally, the arms can come up and over. Still breathing. All right, this time you can lift the leg right up and you can even hold it. If those are in your cards for the day. Just touching down as needed. Once again, just bringing this sense of curiosity, letting go of any judgments that arise, which they likely will. It's what we do. Stepping down. But as we practice more and more, the judgments tend to arise a little less. Just riding the breath. One more time, up and over the crane. And then stepping down to center. This time reverse direction with the arms. Hug the tree. You know I love the hugs. The arms open up wide. This time the hands float down, the palms face up, one hand on top of the other. This hand drops down and floats all the way up and over, and then down the center line of the body. Other side, breathe in as the hand floats up. Breathing out, centering. Do that again, creating mental focus and clarity. One more time, centering. And then both arms float all the way up and over just as much as you can. The arms float down as the knees and hips soften. And then circle the hands in front, gathering in the energy, transforming it to loving kindness, self-compassion right at the heart. Then one more time, all the way up and over, down to the waist. This time we'll make a diamond shape with the hands right in front of the heart, and then press out, opening the heart. Sending out all your loving kindness like rays of light coming out of your heart. May all beings be free from suffering. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they live with ease. And then turning your palms to face yourself, the hands come to the heart. May I be kind to myself. May I feel connected with all beings. May I love myself just as I am. Then the hands can float down to the lower abdomen. You can step your feet together or as close as you can. Closing your eyes or just keeping a soft gaze, let your body rock and sway ever so slightly. Bamboo in the wind. Feeling the sensations that arise. Feeling the breath. Then feeling into your heart, expressing gratitude to yourself, being here today. And then if your eyes were closed, you can slowly open them. The hands can come together in front of the heart. We can finish with a bow. Thank you so much for joining me for Tai Chi for Balance. All right, so what you'll want to do now is you can just watch, or if you want to follow along, grab a chair or stand next to a wall or grab a friend. And I'm going to show you some of the easiest but most effective balance exercises that you can start with. Now, many people need to progress, but I'm going to show you a great place to start. All right, I'm going to grab my chair. All right, so the first thing we want to do is see where we're starting from. All right, so let's start off just by bringing the feet together. All right, how does that feel? Now, if you're wobbling all over the place, that's probably the best place to start because you don't want to go higher level because it's probably going to be too hard. You want to find your edge where any more is too much, but any less is too easy. It's not quite there. So where it's a little challenging, that's where you want to be when it comes to balance. All right, so if you're swaying a bit, then hold for 30 seconds and then take a little break and then do it one more time. So 30 seconds, hold. All right, so that's how you'll do it if this is challenging for you. All right, now if it's easy, then we'll go to the next level. All right, so this one, you're gonna bring your heel to your toe. It's called tandem stance. All right, and then see if you can balance on, kind of like you're on a tightrope. All right, now you might have to engage or you might have to relax, but do what you have to do to stay up. All right, you can shift your weight whichever way. People ask me that, like, should my weight be on the front or the back? Doesn't matter, just stay upright, all right? And use your hand if you need to, by the way. All right, so if that's really challenging, but you can do it, then that's where you want to practice. All right, so 30 seconds and then switch sides. And it might be a lot different side to side, but just see how it is. Now, if that's really hard, but the standing just with the feet together is too easy, then bring your foot in halfway. It's called half tandem. And so that's how you'll start to really find out where your starting point is. And then you can start from there and just do 30 seconds, both sides, all right, 2 times each. So that was one set. Then for the second set, we'll do it again. So 30 seconds. All right, we'll just do it abbreviated today, but I was going to show you how to do it. And then we'll do the other side. So that's 2 times on each side, 30-second hold, using your hand as needed. Once again, your knees can be a little bent. I usually don't like to lock them out because then you don't really have much stability. When you bend a little bit, then you engage the muscles. So that's usually better to be a little bent in general. Great question. Thanks, Charlene. All right, now if that was easy, then you go to the next one. And so the next one is single leg stance. So you just hold the leg either, it depends on your hip, by the way. If you can only lift it here, then just do it there. But if you can, lift it up, a good amount, and then see if you can balance on one leg. Some of my patients, they call this one the flamingo. So it can be a flamingo for today. All right, so hold for 30 seconds. touching down as needed. All right, and then once you're done, we'll go to the other side. So use your hand, but try to keep the leg up for 30 seconds. All right, and then that's going to be your exercise that you'll start with. All right, and so that's what you'll do is you'll find where you fit on that spectrum. That way you can customize it to yourself. All right, so once again, you'll want to do that every day. All right, so you can take a day off, but with balance, you don't really need to because it's not really working. You're not doing like weightlifting. It's really just standing. But if you do get sore, please take a day or two off. But if you're not sore, you could probably do it mostly every day. But maybe just start off with once a day, 2 sets each side. All right? Except for standing. If you're doing this one, then just 2 sets. It's only one side, so 2 sets doing that. All right, so the joint circle routine plus the Tai Chi plus the balance. That's going to be your key to balance mastery, doing a little bit every day. So when it comes to Tai Chi, you may not have time to do a full flow, like 15 or 35 minutes. So even if you just sync the Chi, like we do at the beginning, that still counts. All right, now don't be, don't take advantage of that. Only if you're short on time, do that. Do a whole flow if you can, okay? But if you're short on time, you can sync the Chi, okay? That still counts. And that'll help to start resetting your nervous system. It'll start to balance it out into the rest and digest, the healing, the relaxation, that peace. So you can start to connect with the inner, and then you'll be able to connect even more with your community. So I want to leave you with one of my favorite poems of all time from one of my favorite poets of all time, Dana Falls. So this one's called Walk Slowly. It only takes a reminder to breathe, a moment to be still, and just like that, something in me settles, softens, makes space for imperfection. The harsh voice of judgment drops to a whisper, and I remember again that life isn't a relay race, that we will all cross the finish line, that waking up to life is what we were born for. As many times as I forget, catch myself charging forward without even knowing where I'm going, that many times I can make the choice to stop, to breathe, and be, and walk slowly into the mystery. So thanks again for joining me today, and when you're ready, you can click on the link right below this video to go to the next day of the challenge, and I'll see you over there.